This is how they protect the swamp creatures. I can't sing, I'm sorry. This is how the right-wing media protects swamp creatures. So, Ted Cruz blames daughters for controversial Cancun trip 3 hours ago. Look at the media coverage of this. 90% left. See all these left-leaning? And you got this red state. Look at the coverage. Why is it that when a swamp creature does a swamp thing, it's only the opposing party and their media that want to talk about it? More so on the right than the left, but generally speaking, that appears to be the case. Like, what do people like? Well, let me actually, 1 second. Let's take a look at conservative media. Once again, Fox News being a massive network, they actually, this is how bad right-wing, to be specific, right-wing independent media, this is how bad they are. That a very partisan biased channel like Fox News actually looks very good in comparison. They cover so many topics that, see, they cover the Ted Cruz story. They covered the impeachment trial, I believe. And they certainly cover every single mistake the left makes. But they've also exposed Donald Trump. They've exposed Republicans. Right? Almost sounds like I'm describing a objective media organization. Objective they are not. But in comparison to Steven Crowder and Tim Pool and Blaze TV, they are very objective. It's all relative. Double homicide gang member is just has some anger issues compared to a serial killer with 50 bodies. It's funny how people are just very binary. It's black and white. It's either left or right, black or white. There's levels, right? There's levels. Killing 2 people in cold blood, that's pretty bad. But compared to somebody who's killed 60 and maybe eaten their bodies or something, it's a different story, man. Fox News is bad. Definitely biased and partisan. But Steven Crowder, Tim Pool, these are master propagandists. Moving on. Newsmax, I guess they're trying to compete with Fox News. They just posted 21 minutes ago. Let's see if that's their first video, or how quickly did they jump on this? Let's see, 1 video. Let's do Cruz. That's the only one. So they were slow on the uptake there, but they did do a video. Blaze TV, I'm pretty sure it's not going to do anything, right? These guys are officially propaganda. In the propaganda world on the right, they are sort of corporate. Timcast. Surely Timcast talks about this. So Tim Pool, the guy who protects swamp creatures on the right, he's only concerned about swamp creatures on the left. I can't get him to expend equal amounts of effort to the swamp creatures on the right. Here's an opportunity for him to go after a swamp creature. What does he do? He uses it as ammo to yet again attack the left. You can't make this stuff up. And he's still talking about this CNN paid leftists who attacked the Capitol. What about the other people? Where's all the other Capitol stories? He loves stuff like this. Where's all the coverage? So let's see. He mentions Pelosi's laptop in the beginning when it was a nice right-wing conspiracy of they're going to expose the election fraud with her laptop, right? Oh, it's coming, guys. But when they actually find out what happened to the laptop when it didn't look so good for the right, did he also post about that? Let's see. Pelosi's laptop. Apparently he did not. Interesting. Steven Crowder. Apparently he doesn't care about Ted Cruz. Can you imagine what would happen if Nancy Pelosi went to Mexico while her California is out of power? How many conservative channels do you think will post a video? Right. And here's the thing, guys. Joe Biden dementia. Here's the thing, guys. If you like partisan media, if you like propaganda, that's fine. This is the United States of America. It's a free country. You can like what you want to like. But what you don't get to do is like and support propaganda, meanwhile calling out propaganda. If you're watching Steven Crowder, you need to shut your mouth about CNN and MSNBC. Yes, they do the same thing Steven Crowder does, Not as badly, but they do it. But since you support it, that proves you don't care about propaganda. You're okay with propaganda. So when you talk about MSNBC and CNN, you're not being honest. You're not having any integrity. You're being disingenuous. And that's unacceptable. Either you support propaganda or you don't. If you don't, then you call it out equally on both sides. Just like I just mentioned to another guy in a comment, something I was commenting on. Blue Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, David Dorn. They go on all the liberal videos. What about David Dorn? What about David Dorn? Legit comment. I didn't really see David Dorn covered at all or mentioned in liberal media. Magically, they don't want to talk about that, right? That was one of those off-limits topics, rightfully so. But the same people that are coming over and saying David Dorn, Sicknick? Sicknick? So I talk about Sicknick. Oh, it's, well, you mean the guy who died mysteriously at home? Right? So the death is not dramatic enough, right? The two officers that committed suicide, that's not dramatic enough. They needed to do the suicide at the actual event, right? The police officers that got their eyes gouged out, that's not dramatic enough for them. The officer that almost got crushed to death, that's not dramatic enough for them. David Dorn left to bleed out on the sidewalk, that's of interest. I wonder why. Is it that conservative media pundits actually care about patriots and veterans and our police officers? Or do they just use them as tools to attack the left? Meaning, if a police officer dies because he was killed by a Black Lives Matter activist, then, oh, this is so sad and these people work a hard job and they serve our country and this is the left. Let's take a moment of silence for a patriot. Is that the game that we're playing? So you pretend to care about a police officer who dies or a veteran who dies to use as ammo to attack the left. But when a police officer dies in an inconvenient way for your political narrative, you don't care. And people bring it up, he died at home. I wonder in what way would a police officer have to die at the Capitol to make it interesting enough to talk about in conservative media? I mean, they do a memorial for Rush Limbaugh, of all people. He gets a memorial, but a military veteran doesn't. By the group that loves the military. Right. Ben Shapiro doesn't care about Ted Cruz. But let's do a special memorial for a racist commentator. And for others in right-wing media, let's play games, because we know the left likes to race bait. So we're going to pretend like he actually didn't do racist content. We're going to use the fact that the left likes to race bait to make it look as if there's nothing to see here. He was just a good old boy. Never meaning no harm. Bo bo. Right. Officer Tatum doesn't care. Look at this guy. He completely censors and blacklists the entire impeachment trial. The whole thing. He doesn't cover it at all. Right? This is the guy who supported the attack on the Capitol, by the way. Now, all of a sudden, at the end of the trial, he posts about the officer who owned the liberal media. Boom! Right. Tim Cash, another video about the left-wing activist that was at the Capitol. I don't want to talk about the Capitol attack, but I will talk about the Black Lives Matter guy that was there. Okay. Project Veritas, don't care. Conservative twins. Where's the conservative twins? Just knocking Cruz. Do you believe this guy? He went down there to Mexico. What the hell are you going down to Mexico for? Man, God damn it. Man, he should be fired. He should be fired. Hell yeah, he should be fired. That's a horrible conservative twins impression. Where's their video? They don't care. Right? Dave Rubin, where's his video? I guess he just does interviews. Right. This is the Debate Me channel. Debate me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. What up, Harry Knack? Hopefully, my other subscribers have found their way over here. It's getting mighty quiet. It's just me and Harry and Lindsay and Mr. T hanging out. Cool group of people. But where's the rest of the Debate Me crew? Come on. Anyway, until next time, subscribe.